Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bold and Beautiful. Today, when Sheila ambushes Taylor, Katie wins and Steffy loses. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of January 5th to 6th, Katie Logan Spencer will benefit from Steffy Forrester Finnegan's loss, while Taylor Hayes will be shaken by Sheila Sharp's ambush. Since Steffy will comment on having many love lives, let's start with her. It appears that Steffy will provide Carter Walton some guidance regarding Daphne Rose and his attempts to demonstrate his commitment to her. Steffy will visit Taylor in her office later. Steffy might show up just as Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, is leaving and see Taylor appearing a bit too intimate for comfort. In the end, Steffy will question Taylor and discover that she has grown attracted to Deacon. Steffy will be terrified because she is aware of Sheila's abilities. If Taylor doesn't exercise caution, she could become her biggest enemy, therefore Steffy will raise the alert. Sheila will eventually make an unexpected appearance for another conversation. The doctor will be shaken by the lies Sheila is holding about Deacon as she ambushes Taylor at work. Although Sheila has been praising Taylor for keeping her marriage intact, Taylor is actually having a lot of negative thoughts towards Sheila's spouse. Will Sheila continue to see Taylor as the person who salvaged her relationship, or will she soon become suspicious? Sheila will eventually uncover Taylor and Deacon's illicit affections for one another, no matter how long it takes her to figure this out. According to B&B spoilers, Bill will visit Illinois Giardino and go to the bar in the interim. That can start a discussion regarding Katie's new fashion endeavor and the turmoil surrounding Brooke Logan Spencer, Catherine Kelly Lang. Additionally, Katie will meet with Deacon's jobless son at his business. Even though Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, just graduated from design school, Katie will see a lot of promise in him. After deciding to fire Deke, Steffy made Hope Logan Spencer, Annika Noel, deliver the news. Katie will now be prepared to seize Deke's talent for herself, so she will pitch Logan and leave Deke prepared to sign up. Once he's back with Carter, he'll make a spectacular gesture to demonstrate to Daphne how much he cares. Daphne will be taken aback when Carter unexpectedly proposes to her in a showroom. However, it won't take long to persuade Daphne to fully commit to Carter. Keep checking back for updates on Daphne and Carter's future together as they prepare to get married in 2026 and start a family. According to spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter and Daphne will soon announce their engagement. Deke's chance, Dylan's hidden battle, and Taylor busted. Taylor Hayes is busted by Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Dylan also finds it difficult to act appropriately with Will Spencer. Discover what will happen next in the CBS soap opera by continuing to read. The career opportunity for Deke Sharp. Let's begin with Deke, who is offered a new position. The young man wanted to work at Forrester Creations and fulfill his goal of becoming a designer. Deke is simply too new in the fashion industry, despite the fact that everyone believes he has a great future. He was therefore fired before he had a chance to see even one of his designs implemented. But this week, Deke receives a fresh employment offer. Katie Logan Spencer is the source of it. Could Hope Logan Spencer be tempted to quit too when Deke breaks the news to her? Carter Walton's suggestion. He pops the question to Daphne Rose over with Carter Walton. Daphne does appear to have a sensible head on her shoulders despite her enormous ego. She is forcing Carter to strive for her affection, and she will never be second in his heart. But Carter's marriage proposal feels a little premature. Carter always pops the question as soon as he starts dating someone. A broken heart is the inevitable result. Busted. Taylor Hayes. According to spoilers for next week's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor and Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, will share another intimate moment while in therapy. They appear to be busted, though. It was written by Steffy Forrester Finnegan, not Sheila Carter Sharp. Reminding her mother that she is not allowed to become involved with a patient, Steffy completely loses it on her. Deacon is married to a crazy person. Steffy continues. Dylan's hidden battle. Regarding Dylan, she reassured Electra Forrester that she has no feelings for Will Spencer. But we know that Dylan sees Will without a shirt when she looks out her window. I can tell the girl understands it's improper because she immediately closes the drape. But then she looks out the curtain once again. It seems like Will and Electra might be dealing with yet another serious issue. Standing by herself, Taylor Hayes pages through a picture album. Old recollections. Elderly faces. A kinder era. She lets out a breath, lost in contemplation. Taylor, gently. There is a lot of history and a lot of errors. The doorbell sounds. Taylor pauses. Taylor. I have no one in mind. She lets the door open. The color fades from her face. Sheila Carter is standing there, composed, tranquil, and unnervingly calm. Taylor. It takes a lot of courage for you to come here. Sheila. That's what I hoped you would say. In defiance of her better judgment, Taylor immediately retreats and lets Sheila inside. Sheila looks around the room gently. Sheila. This place is always the same. The same walls. Identical power. The same denial. Taylor. Leave after saying what you came to say. Sheila turns and fixes her gaze on Taylor. Sheila. I came to caution you. Taylor laughs. Taylor. Concerning what? One more deception? One more lie? Sheila moves in closer. Sheila. Concerning your daughter. Taylor tenses up. Taylor. Steffy is someone you should avoid. Sheila. If she didn't interfere with my fate, I would. Taylor's tone becomes more acute. Taylor. Sheila, you are the threat. It has always been. Sheila cocks her head. Sheila. Funny. That's what I once believed as well. Then I came to a realization. She bends closer. Sheila, low. The storm was never me. The reflection was me. Taylor's poise falters a little. Sheila. Steffy is engaged in a conflict that she does not comprehend. Taylor. Which conflict? Sheila takes a thin folder out of her bag and sets it down on the table. Sheila. The Marone conflict. The war of legacy. The truth that is going to blow up. Taylor stays away from it. Taylor. Do you think I'll believe anything you say? Sheila. No. When it occurs, I anticipate that you will feel it. She stands up straight. Sheila. And you'll finally know what it's like to be helpless when Steffy loses. Taylor's eyes are blazing. Taylor. Leave. Sheila grinned, triumphant without speaking up. Sheila. Yes, I will. But keep in mind. Beat. I made an effort to alert you. She walks out. Shaken, Taylor falls into a chair. Steffy walks while holding a phone. Steffy. Please give me a call back, Mom. Finn looks at her anxiously. Finn. You're going downhill. Steffy. Due of her excessive quietness. Finn. Sheila. Steffy gives a nod. Steffy. Every time she vanishes, something explodes. Taylor's name is buzzing on her phone. Steffy responds right away. Steffy. Mother. Taylor's voice falters. Taylor. Sheila arrived at the residence. Steffy becomes motionless. Scene 5. Steffy's fear. Steffy. How did she act? Taylor. She made an oblique threat. She discussed her legacy. Concerning you. Steffy tightens her hold on the phone. Steffy. She is not approaching my family at all. Taylor. I don't believe she intends to. I believe she intends to avoid you. Steffy's mouth tightens. Steffy. Then she chose the incorrect target. Documents are strewn all over the table as Katie Logan sits. Be calm. Concentrated. Impressed? Deke reclines. Deke. You've put yourself in a lovely position. Katie. Observing influential people fall apart taught me valuable lessons. She turns a page. Katie. Steffy is preoccupied. Brooke is on the defense. Ridge reacts quickly. She raises her gaze. Katie. That provides space. Deke. For what purpose? Katie gives a controlled, deliberate smile. Katie. For me. In the middle of the meeting, Steffy enters. Whispers cease. Ridge appears uncomfortable. Steffy. What's happening? Carter clears his throat. Carter. A development has occurred. He moves papers around the table. Carter. Investors connected to Marone are pulling their support. Steffy's eyes enlarge. Steffy. What? Why? Carter pauses. Carter. They have sided with alternative leadership. Quiet. Steffy understands the reality. Steffy. Sheila. As Steffy rushes out of the boardroom, Katie waits. Katie. The meeting was rough. Steffy gets agitated. Steffy. You have nothing to do with this. Katie doesn't panic. Katie. In fact, It may be. She gives a folder to Steffy. Katie. 3 former Marone stakeholders have given me their temporary support. Steffy looks at her. Steffy. Why? Katie looks her in the eye. Katie. Because stability is important. And at this moment. Beat. You pose a danger. Steffy can't say anything. Steffy listens while Taylor paces. Taylor. You're being isolated by Sheila. Steffy. She is making an effort. Taylor. This has nothing to do with business. It's private. Steffy lets out a breath. Steffy. I am aware. And I'm afraid of that. With her phone to her ear, Sheila stands with a view of the city. Sheila. The first phase is finished. She grinned. Sheila. Steffy Forrester recently experienced a loss of control. Satisfied, she hangs up. Final documents are signed by Katie. Deke lifts a glass. Deke. To unexpected triumphs. Katie gives her glass a clink. Katie. To be patient. Thoughtful, she looks out. Katie. And to be aware of when the tide is shifting. A folder is slammed onto Steffy's desk. Steffy. Does she really believe that she can just walk in, save the day, and take what is rightfully hers? Ridge is standing close by, uncomfortable. Ridge. You are not being attacked by Katie. She is defending herself. Steffy gives a harsh laugh. Steffy. Every conqueror says so before launching his attack. She takes a step towards Ridge. Steffy. Behind my back, she sided with Marone investors. That is a takeover, not protection. Ridge lets out a breath. Ridge. You're allowing Sheila to irritate you. Steffy's voice falters. Steffy. No. Katie was just granted permission by Sheila. Unfazed, Katie sits across from Deke and drinks tea. Deke. Steffy is enraged. Katie. Excellent. People become predictable when they are angry. Another document is signed by her. Katie. This fight is not what I asked for. However, I won't move aside to put her at ease. Deke. A Forrester is being challenged by you. Katie glances up, calm and determined. Katie. No. I'm contesting a monopoly. The board is seated. There is a crackling of tension. Steffy walks in. Katie has already arrived. Their gazes meet. Steffy. I was unaware that outside meddling was a part of this conference. Katie gives a courteous smile. Katie. Funny. I received an invitation. Steffy settles into her seat. Steffy. Let's be precise. There is no reason to save Forrester Creations. Katie tilts her head forward. Katie. No. Accountability is required. The room is filled with gasps. Steffy. Do you believe that having Marone money gives you power? Katie looks back at her. Katie. I believe that transparency does. This organization faces challenges, particularly when it comes to emotional leadership. Steffy gently stands up. Steffy. Reiterate that. Katie. You've been hacked. Quiet. Ridge appears astonished. Katie is cornered by Ridge. Ridge. You're exerting too much pressure. Katie. No. To be honest, I'm pushing. Ridge. Steffy is being attacked from all sides. Katie becomes slightly softer. Katie. I am, too. The distinction is that I don't receive unwavering allegiance. Ridge doesn't have an answer. Finn watches as Steffy paces. Finn. You're not dozing off. Steffy. Since Katie Logan just went too far. She reaches for her phone. Steffy. I'll end the conflict if that's what she wants. She makes a call. Steffy. Bring the Forrester legal team to me. Every one of them. Finn scowls. Finn. Sheila wants precisely this. Steffy pauses. Steffy. I am aware. However, I won't give up all to validate her. Eric Forrester and Katie have a secret meeting. Eric. You're engaging in risky behavior. Katie. When Steffy cut me off, so did I. Eric looks at her. Eric. You're not seeking retribution with this. Katie gives a headshake. Katie. No. Someone needs to break the cycle. Which is why I'm doing it. Eric lets out a breath. Eric. The board has already been replaced by you. Carter cautiously approaches Steffy. Carter. 2 investors have stopped contributing. Steffy tenses up. Steffy. Defected or paused? Carter pauses. Carter. They're thinking about Katie's suggestion. Steffy shuts her eyes. Now the loss is genuine. Taylor gets to know Steffy. Taylor. This was initiated by Sheila. Steffy. Katie completed it. Taylor grabs her daughter's hand. Taylor. You'll pay a price for this battle. Steffy gives a nod. Steffy. I am aware. With the lights of the city behind her, Katie stands by herself. Steffy comes over. Steffy. Taking in the scenery? Katie pivots. Katie. From up here, it's more visible. Steffy. You're destroying this business. Katie. No. I'm revealing its weaknesses. Steffy moves in closer. Steffy. I won't allow you to take what my family has created. Katie speaks calmly but firmly. Katie. Then cease to rule as if you were the only one. They are inches apart. Steffy. It's war. Katie gives a nod. Katie. I am aware. Sheila watches news video of the unrest in Forrester. She gives a slow smile. Sheila. There are two queens on the same board, but neither of them can see the hand that is moving the pieces. She raises her glass. Sheila. Checkmate is on the horizon. Steffy doesn't drink her coffee while she stands by the window. The table is littered with legal documents. Finn keeps a close eye on her. Finn. You were not asleep. Steffy. Those who can afford to lose sleep should do so. She turns a page. Steffy. Katie questioned my validity in addition to my leadership. Finn moves in closer. Finn. This is becoming risky. At last, Steffy turns to face him. Steffy. It is already. I simply stopped acting that way. She grabs her phone. Steffy. Call Carter Walton. And every lawyer that Forrester Creations has ever had faith in. Finn speaks with a low voice. Finn. This is precisely how Sheila prevails. Steffy looks him in the eye. Steffy. No. I live this way. Carter is seated at the head of the table, surrounded by solicitors and consultants. Steffy walks in. Everybody is on their feet. She motions for them to take a seat. Steffy. We have finished playing defense. She moves a folder over the table. Steffy. Fiduciary trust was violated by Katie Logan. A ripple of gasps. Carter. That is a very serious charge. Steffy. In front of the board, I was also being questioned about my leadership. Her voice is cold as she goes on. Steffy. She organized alternative discussions, gained unauthorized access to investor data, and meddled in corporate governance. She gives Carter a look. Steffy. Injunctions are what I want. Commands to cease and desist immediately. Put a stop to her access to everything related to Forrester Creations. Carter pauses. Carter. This will be made public. Steffy doesn't blink. Steffy. Excellent. Her phone buzzes when Katie and Deke are sitting together, and then it buzzes again. She looks at the screen. Her expression hardens. Deke. What is it? Katie lets out a slow breath. Katie. I was sued by her. Deke's eyes enlarge. Deke. For what purpose? Katie gets up. Katie. Everything. Katie's legal team is in disarray. A lawyer casts a somber glance skyward. Attorney. She is accusing corporations of aggressive takeover attempts and corporate espionage. Katie laughs. Katie. That is ridiculous. Attorney. She has records. Emails. Schedules. Katie becomes motionless. Katie. Which emails? The attorney pauses. Attorney. Marone middlemen. Early exchanges. For the first time, Katie's confidence falters. Rich barges in. Rich. How did you act? Steffy doesn't raise her head. Steffy. I kept this business safe. Rich. You declared war on Katie legally. At last, Steffy turns to face him. Steffy. She was the first to declare war. I simply went with the battlefield. Rich speaks more softly. Rich. She might be destroyed by this. Steffy's mouth tightens. Steffy. She was aware of the dangers. Taylor watches the lawsuit's news coverage. Steffy walks in. Taylor. This is excessive. Steffy. No. This is the price of electricity. Taylor's eyes brighten. Taylor, you are not this person. Just once, Steffi's voice breaks. Steffi, I have to be that person.